So I was on record saying don't get your hopes up. This is going to be a really quiet trade deadline. And then yesterday proved that I'm just a dude on social media who doesn't really know what the hell he's talking about, because it went crazy yesterday. And this feels like the tip of the iceberg as far as trade season goes. Seems like in the next 36 hours until the trade deadline hits, we're going to get a lot more moves. A lot more big names are going to be shaking around the league too. So buckle up, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's recap what's happened so far. So let's start out with my Chicago Bulls. They send out Nikola Vucevic and Kevin Huerter, Dario Saric technically too, and they get back Anthony Simons, Mike Conley, Jaden Ivey. They also get back the Pelicans' second-round pick this year. So the Pelicans are dog shit this year. That has a chance to be the first pick of the second round. That's a valuable asset. And people are making the joke, oh, the Chicago Bulls, look at them stacking point guards again. Guys, the Bulls are not making these moves to actually play these guys. These guys are not long-term fits. I hope Jaden Ivey is a long-term fit. I've been an Ivey fan since his Purdue days. I liked him coming out of that draft. Last year, when there were rumors that Zach LaVine was trying to get to the Pistons, I was really hoping they would get Jaden Ivey back in that trade. He's just a player I've liked a while, and people are down on him because of the injury. I'm going to remind people that injury is a 18-month injury. Paul George had the same injury, broke his leg in the Olympics. He wasn't right for about a year and a half after that. Jaden Ivey just crossed the year mark since he sustained that injury. I think he's going to be fine. You know, next year he's going to start looking like himself again. He's going to get that speed back, that athleticism back, that first step back. So of what the Chicago Bulls got back, I'm excited for Jaden Ivey. I think he could have a long-term future with the Chicago Bulls. But Mike Conley, he's getting bought out. They're going to let him join a playoff team. Hopefully this is the last year of his career and he can go win somewhere. And then Anthony Simons, I think they're going to try to flip him in the next 30 hours till the trade deadline hits. And even if they don't, he's just going to walk this offseason. He's not going to be a long-term piece for the Chicago Bulls. So I'm happy because this signals a sign that the Chicago Bulls are tanking. They don't care about their roster construction this year. They don't care about winning anymore this year. They're realizing, like, the jig is up. Let's just tank. Let's try to get some good draft picks in here. And I've been calling for that for what seems like years now. So as a Bulls fan, very happy about that. As far as the Pistons side of this goes, I like Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, he's shooting 30% from three this year, which is weird because he's known as a marksman. But watching him with the Bulls this year, he does a lot more than just shoot the three. He's a really good off-ball cutter. He's a better passer than you realize. He's a decent ball handler, and he's a scrappy defender. So if he can get that three-pointer up to like 38, 40%, somewhere in there, that's a really nice piece for the Detroit Pistons to make a push to get to the finals this year. So good trade by them. For the Timberwolves, sounds like they could have had Kobe White in that deal if they wanted him. They're trying to clear salary. If they get Giannis, I'm going to lose my mind. That would be crazy. Ant and Giannis would be the closest thing we've had to Shaq and Kobe in a very long time. So like that deal kind of for everybody involved. Definitely like it for the Chicago Bulls. For the Celtics getting Nikola Vucevic, it was funny reading on social media all these Celtics people being like, we got our center, we're gonna go to the finals, we're gonna get Tatum back. Just wait, guys. Wait until you see Nikola Vucevic play defense. Wait until you see teams pick on him relentlessly in the pick and roll. Wait until you see the effort he gives on that side. You will see why he is my least favorite Chicago Bull of my lifetime, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So let's move on to the rest of the league here. James Harden, that trade got finalized. You get James Harden out in Cleveland. Cleveland sends Darius Garland and a second-round pick. I don't understand that trade at all. Cleveland has given up a guy who's 10 years younger. He's a two-time All-Star. He's in his athletic peak right now. Why is Cleveland attaching the draft pick to that one? Does not make sense to me. Cleveland, their moves for the last year have not made sense to me. Didn't understand why they traded for DeAndre Hunter. I understand why they traded for Keon Ellis and why they got off the DeAndre Hunter contract. Don't understand why they wanted to bring Dennis Schroeder and his contract in. That's a tough contract to be paying the next couple of years. The Lonzo Ball trade, I was a fan of it when it happened. That's blown up in their face, and now they got to try to move him. It's weird times in Cleveland. I don't see how James Harden and Donovan Mitchell fit together. But once again, I'm just a guy talking on social media. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe they'll be great together. I just don't see it myself. For Darius Garland, he's a guy, people have been down on him for years. I think he's one of the better pure point guards in the NBA. He's not a scorer like some of these other point guards, but as far as setting his teammates up, running the offense, controlling the tempo of the game, I think he's really skilled at that. This is going to be an interesting fit for him. I think he's in a really good position to succeed. Kawhi Leonard's playing some good ball. Zubac is a great big to have in the pick and roll. So I really like this trade for the Clippers. They got off of James Harden, they got a draft pick out of it, and they got a younger player, a guy they can potentially build around. So great deal for them. don't really understand what Cleveland's doing. And then we have the Memphis Grizzlies kind of shocking everybody, signaling that they're going to blow it up. They trade Jaren Jackson to the Jazz. The Jazz shocked the hell out of me. They've been tanking for years. This is a sign that they're sick of tanking. They're sick of not getting luck in the lottery, and they're just going to stack good players. So I'm happy to see that. Everybody says tanking is a problem in the NBA. Maybe this is a sign that these teams that have been bad for a long time and haven't gotten lucky in the draft are now going to take more swings to try to get quality players in. I'm not a huge Jaren Jackson fan. I feel like he should be a center, but he wants to play power forward. He doesn't rebound at all. He's constantly in foul trouble. I think he's a little bit overrated. That contract is a nightmare to me, but having Jaren Jackson, Lauri Markkanen, Ace Bailey, Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, Isaiah Collier, the Jazz are building something. I don't know what that something is, but it's definitely something. I like the trade for them. For the Grizzlies, you get 3 first-round draft picks out of Jaren Jackson Jr., and you get Walter Clayton Jr., who was a first-round draft pick 6 months ago. So great deal for them. They clear their books. Let's see what they do with Ja Morant now. This is a sign that they're willing to blow it up. Ja Morant might be a pure salary dump trade, so it'll be interesting, man. We got, like I said, we got about 36 hours till the trade deadline. There's big names out there that people are rumoring: Giannis, Cat, Ja Morant, RJ Barrett, Domantas Sabonis. I think we're going to see some movement. Maybe Kobe White gets dealt. Maybe Ayo Dosunmu get dealt. I'm excited, man. I went from thinking we're not going to get any action this trade deadline to yesterday I was glued to my phone. So let me know in the comments, what's the trade you liked the most yesterday, and what trade do you think is going to happen in the next 30 hours or so?